do that Russian thing where like it's like the arm wrestle, but you just go up there, you just slap the shit out of each other.
Yep.
The Dodgers are just prone to choking. What else can you say?
They just love.
Great shot, Jake. Any words?
That's a 2-iron, bitch.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Backdoor podcast. Today we bring you Week 16 Power Rankings, but before we get into that, we need to break down a massive 3-team trade that just went down in the MLB, with the trade deadline looming here within the next 24 hours. Trade deadline will be up. To be exact, it is a little bit less. It's like 3 o'clock, so yeah. And tomorrow at 3, it is currently 10 o'clock.
It'll be 17 hours-ish.
Yes. Anyways, so Trevor Bauer is getting dealt.
My boy.
It was being talked that it was more and more likely that he was not going to get traded. However, the Indians obviously changed their mind, and rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, his asking price is high. Trevor Bauer has been really good over the past couple of years. Obviously, he hit that rough patch earlier this year. But I mean, he throws really well. He throws to center really well. I think that was the thing that set them over the edge, honestly.
I was going to ask you later if that had any influence on this trade.
I bet you that's what set him over the edge. Because, I mean, what was it? Terry Francona, he went out there and just, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, he literally looked at him and said, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
And then put him in a timeout in the dugout.
Basically, yeah.
So the Reds get Trevor Bauer. They give up Taylor Trammell, the number 30 prospect in the league. Yasiel Puig goes to the
Cleveland.
Indians. And then the Padres sneak in as a third team and really just... I'm not really sure what they're doing. But
they got fleeced. We can say it. It's not a hard thing to... They gave up Franmil Reyes and Logan Allen. Logan Allen is their number 7 prospect in their system. Franmil Reyes is honestly, is he considered a rookie this year, right?
I don't know exactly. I know he played a little bit last year, but I don't know if he played enough to count
At
it
this
as a rookie
point,
season.
He is one of the premier straight power guys.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say he just mashes bombs.
He's crazy. So they gave up him, and he's hitting like 260 with 27 dongs.
He's kind of one of those hit home runs or get out.
Yeah, he's not playing bad at all. 260 for a guy that's he's probably going to hit over 45 home runs is actually phenomenal. If you're not considered a top guy, if you're not Mike Trout or like Yelich or Cody Bellinger this year, like you're not. It's not going to happen. You're not going to hit over 260 and 45 bombs. You're going to pull a Chris Carter and probably hit like 215, but hit like a million dingers. So they got fleeced to give up their number 7 prospect and a guy who is going off this year, just to get number 30 in all of the minors.
Yeah,
I mean,
one prospect.
And Franmil's youngest. I'm pretty sure he's young.
Like 23.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's 23.
He's 24. He turned 24.
He just turned 24. Yeah.
But he's 24, and his career he got his debut on May 14th, 2018. His career so far, he's batting 265 with 43 home runs and 77 RBIs. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, so I think the Reds obviously come out as big winners getting Trevor Bauer in a very tight NL Central. Sucks being a Brewer fan because now you know that you're going to have to face Trevor Bauer all the more often.
Yeah, but Trevor Bauer this
psychopath.
year, actually, well, no fucking shit. if Tyler Hansbrough is considered Psycho T of the NBA, Trevor Bauer is Psycho T of the MLB. This year though, the thing that is a little shocking and a little scary is that he's had an issue with keeping the ball in the park. Like when he's had bad games, that's because he's giving up a shit ton of dingers.
I didn't know if you meant like keeping it in the park himself or like
Both.
by
Both
other players.
Both ways.
Okay.
People are hitting it and he is throwing it.
That he is.
He just was demonstrating, I guess, what inevitably happens when he shits his pants. Just bang.
He's also coming to a hitter-friendly division.
That's
so
what I was getting at. That's what he has an issue keeping the ball in the park as it is now. But in the NL Central especially, there are quite a few hitter-friendly ballparks. I mean, the two glaring ones of Milwaukee and Cincinnati, those two, and even PNC is a pretty decent hitter's park. That's where I get a little concerned about it.
Mm-hmm.
I love Trevor Bauer. He's a super funny guy and psychotic. But if he has troubles keeping the ball in the park as it is now, playing half of the games for the rest of the season at a hitter-friendly park, and add on probably, like another 10 game or like another 8 games or whatever Cincinnati has left with the Brewers.
Probably.
Add that on, yet another hitter-friendly park. I'd be interested to see how that pans out.
Yeah. So obviously this is all still pending physicals, and with Puig getting in a brawl tonight, you never know. Maybe broke something, might not be.
You hit a brawl?
Yes. The Reds and the Pirates had a massive brawl. Amir Garrett was on the mound, and he charged the Pirates dugout. Which then, he literally, I've never seen anybody do it. He was on the mound talking to the catcher, and then he just took off sprinting at the Pirates dugout. Started a brawl. Puig was obviously involved. So, I mean, pending physicals, never know. Puig may not be involved in this anymore, but as of now, the Reds are getting Bauer, Indians are getting Puig, Franmil Reyes, Logan Allen, and the Padres are getting Taylor Trammell. So, there's that.
Yeah.
So, now, time to jump into our previously scheduled program.
And for rankings now, we're going to try a little something different. We're going to try a different format-ish so that it cuts down on time just a little. This one might be towards the same time as what our other ones are, just because we wanted to talk about that blockbuster trade that happened all of like 35 minutes ago. So but from now on, it should be shorter videos for rankings because of this new format that we're going to try.
Yes. One more quick thing just before we get into it. Another tweet just came out, and the official trade is Franmil Reyes, Logan Allen, Yasiel Puig, Victor Novus, and Scott Moss to the Indians. Trevor Bauer to the Reds, Taylor Trammell to the Padres.
So the fucking Indians are sneaky.
Got 5 players for giving up like 1.
Yeah.
All right, so Week 16 Power Rankings. I'm going to fade myself this week very hard, and I hate to do it. I really hate to do it because now I look like a piece of shit. But Zach has a point, and I'm putting Zach back at the top.
Thank you.
I was right by a Blackman, even after a loss this week. So you lost this week, but you put up 398, and you were still the second highest scorer of the week. So that's 2 weeks where you've had a loss and also been the second highest scorer in the league.
Yes, I will reiterate my points on why that I did in the last one. I have the best record, but then again, power rankings aren't solely based on record. With that being said, I have scored the most points by nearly 600. My opponents haven't scored more than 5,500 points against me. They've scored 5,382, but then again, I can't really control that. the last 2 weeks, I am on a 2-game losing streak, but both those weeks I was the second highest scoring player, so that either means everybody else had a shit week, or me and the guy that I played, or the guys that I played, just had a super high, just marquee matchup of like the NBA triple overtime games that end 146, 145, or football games that have no defense and it's like 54-52. So those were the reasons why I felt I should have stayed number one throughout this 2-game losing streak. I do understand why you put your brother there. Like I told you earlier, I do understand why you put your brother in first place. However, with my points that I had, I thought that would have been enough, and I guess it is now enough to prove my case.
Yeah. We shall see, as you do have a tough matchup this week against myself.
It's going decent right now.
It is. But anyways, so new format, we're going to look at the top players for the teams that we rank, the negative point scoring players for that team, and then one breakout or one shock for that team. So your top scorer last week was Matt Boyd.
Yep.
At 36 points. Your negatives. So you had 5 negative players. -6 from John Means, -2 from Howie Kendrick, -2 from Kyle Gibson, -1 from Eric Thames, and -1 from Jerks and Profar. You also used 12 pitchers this week, so you got your work in there.
Yeah. 2 of those negatives I no longer have, or 3 of those negatives I no longer have. So
yeah, not shocked. My I don't even want to. How do I want to say this? My surprise player, I guess. Ketel Marte, not a great week. He has not been good since the All-Star break. He put up 11 points this week. He went 6 for 22 with a home run, 2 RBIs, 3 runs, 5 walks. I can't break it all the way down, but
all in all, that's actually not like a terrible week. The reason why it's only 11 points is because, honestly, 6 strikeouts is a little alarming on that, because, I mean, the same percentage of time he's getting a hit just as often as he's striking out, and that's not good.
I mean, I don't think it's a reason to be worried. He still is hitting 320 this season with 23 home runs. Yeah. So I don't think it's a reason to be worried, but just my surprise player.
Yeah, I'd have to say, for me, my surprise, to be quite honest with you, was probably Nick Ahmed.
That was my next guy.
Going 5 for 19, he hit just under 300, I think, off of that. Just quick maths in my head. But scoring 23 points on the week, I think, was really key in a week where Ketel Marte, or Ketel, for those of you who like to be
politically correct. You're right. Yes.
I think Nick Ahmed then produced for that Arizona offense when Ketel wasn't able to. So I mean, it was either him or David Fletcher, but David Fletcher is a fucking beast. So.
So then at number 2, unfortunately dropping back, is a quick stint at the top. But after some reconsideration, I feel like probably doesn't deserve the top spot quite yet. Maybe give it a week or 2. Dropping back down, Bartolo Colonoscopy and Braden Franke. He had a rough week this week. So he did get a win, but he didn't even crack that 300 mark.
He did win by 100, but it was against a team that doesn't set his lineup, or at least we can't tell for sure, but
he definitely does not set his lineup.
The fact that he has Noah Syndergaard on the bench this week still. And
he also has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 players on his roster.
Yeah.
Currently playing. Well, last week he only had 14 players play. So for Braden, his top scorer was Devers at 35 points, 13 for 33.
Yeah.
Pretty good. He had 7 doubles last week.
That'll do it.
Yes, that will do it.
His negatives, though, he had 4 of them. Josh Begley, -1. Luis Castillo, -6. Alex Sampson, Adrian Sampson, -7, and Jake Odorizzi, -16. The shocking thing about that, I'm going to use a shocking for those three. That's a bad starting pitchers week, and he used 9. He used 9 starting pitchers, which is pretty high for Braden. And the fact that 3 of them go out there and just shit the bed, that's shocking to me. It's those 3 as well. Luis Castillo, before the Bauer trade, was arguably the ace of the Cincinnati staff, and Odorizzi, the ace of the Minnesota staff. Those 2 combined for -22 that's not what you want.
Just got a tweet from John Heyman as I have tweet notifications on for him. Fair deal. Bauer's last act as an Indian throwing ball over center field fence. Puig's last act as a Red participating in a brawl.
Yeah, I'll do it. Quick interruption on the rankings. I do find it fun. I did find it funny. I went on Twitter and it said, I think it was from Starting Nine or it was from Barstool or someone, and it showed a picture of the center field in Great America Ballpark, and
I did see this.
Trevor Bauer looking at who he's going to be throwing to.
The big boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to rankings. So Braden's standout player for me, Colton Wong. I think he's finally heating up. He went 8 for 22 this week, put up 22 points. He had a home run, 4 RBIs.
The start of his season was phenomenal.
Yeah, but he's only hitting 259, so he's not
I know.
He's not fantastic.
No.
Not to mention he only has 40 RBIs and 8 home runs and 40 runs. Barely scored over 200 points this season, so.
Yeah.
Yet, so he's one shocking thing I find about him, 30.2% owned, and he's position ranked 9 at a weak spot at second base.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely should be higher owner percentage.
Yeah, that's kind of showing that it might be him climbing now, up to 9 possibly. So
yeah. You said your surprising player, right?
Yeah, it was his 3 negative starting pitchers, and the fact that it wasn't small negatives either. -6, -7, and -16.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Braden's gonna be dropping down to 2, unfortunately for him, but I think that's where he belongs right now. Sun at 3. I really wanted to move him up. He had a really good week, but something just didn't click yet with me. Maybe I'll regret this one as well. But staying at number 3, Yait.
Fantastic week for him.
Yeah, he beat you 416 to 398.
I had to give it up to Wills. It came down to that last day. That last day, and if Bumgarner didn't throw somewhat of a gem before he allowed 4 runs, then I think I would have had a chance to have it. And if the fucking Tigers and the Athletics can close out goddamn games after their starting pitchers leave, I would have had a really good shot at this game.
All right. So his top scorer was Shane Bieber. Yeah. I mean, he threw a 1-hit 10K shutout.
Yeah.
What do you expect? He got 40 points.
Yeah.
His lowest, or his negatives, Perez. Martin Perez.
Fuck Martin Perez, he's so shit.
-5. Also Jordan Yamamoto, -7. Probably time to drop him. Who else? Ranger Suarez. Not sure who that even is. But he got 0, and then Joey Gallo got 0. He's injured now, so.
He also used 12 starters.
I was about to say he also used 12 starters this week against you.
Yeah.
So,
I think for him, the shocking player, honestly, would probably Trevor Story.
Oh, that's not who I was going to say.
4 for 24 and 8 Ks. You only got him 6 points for the week.
Hmm. I have a good shocking and a bad shocking for him. So my bad one is Kirby Yates.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's just from lack of use by the Padres or if that was lack of use by Wills, but he only pitched 1 inning in an entire week.
Yeah, that was lack of use by the Padres.
Okay.
Because he had that 4 point, and before that, he pitched on the 21st.
So what the hell?
I don't know if they put him in a save position, or not even, like, I
Yeah,
don't,
but he didn't pitch.
he
He
didn't
threw
get the
18
save.
pitches in a week.
He didn't get the save. I don't know.
He threw 18 pitches in a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my bad one. My good one, Wade Miley.
Yeah.
Second highest scorer on the team. He scored 39 points this week. His 2 outings, he went against Oakland at home, 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, 6 Ks for 20 points. And then at St. Louis, he went 5 innings, 5 hits, no earned, 2 walks, and 6 Ks for 19 points.
Wade Miley's having a good year.
Yeah, so 39 points for him. He's been really good. I really, really regret David Stearns not signing him.
Yeah. I was really tempted to say Shane Bieber as a shocker. I mean, yeah, he was an all-star. He was the all-star starting pitcher, but 40 points, not only did he throw the complete game one hitter, but to put up that strikeout total with it too. Hitting double digits strikeouts is always impressive, but to do it in a complete game one hitter is even that means like complete game one hitters you're on. But if you get double digit strikeouts, you're fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. All right, so number 4. He's slowly climbing back up. Austin Wants a Dirty Sanchez and Jake Thibodeau. So he had a really tough matchup this week. He won 382, 366, beat my team who was on the rise. Really was. It's tough to talk about. Really tough. But yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
High
I know
score
exactly what you're saying.
of Steven
And
Strasburg at 57.
oh, that's not what I was talking about. I was gonna touch on that and say, holy shit,
And the
57.
fact
No,
that
no,
you
no,
have
wait. Let me say it. So 57 from Steven Strasburg. 13 innings, 2 wins. He was phenomenal this week. And
you know
his
who else?
2 outings. No. That's my standout. Don't say it. So Strasburg got 6 innings, 3 hits, no earned, 2 walks, 8 Ks against Colorado for 26 points, and then 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, 9 Ks, 31 points against the Dodgers. And that was the one that I really needed to get shelled because that was on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was really trying for that comeback. I almost had it.
You both
Almost
use
had
12
it.
pitchers.
Yeah,
That's
I
insane.
streamed every day. I streamed at least one guy.
His negatives, he had -2 for Kyle
Yes.
Schwarber, -2 for Gary Sanchez, -6 for Lucas
Yep.
Giolito, and it almost a game, almost matchup costing -30 from Masahiro Tanaka.
Yeah, I saw this one coming and I just
That's all
prayed. I
start too.
prayed that it
Oh,
was going to go exactly how it went, and it did.
that's one start,
12
3.1
earned,
innings, a
1
loss,
start.
12 earned, 12 hits, 3 walks, 4 Ks.
Yeah, he was bad. God, I hate myself for this. The shocker of the week. This guy can go fucking kill himself. Marco Gonzalez. He got 45.
Yep, he was phenomenal this week or last week.
He got
No,
2
no.
wins. Okay, he pitched against a really shitty Tigers team though and went 7 innings, 6 hits. He still gave up an earned run and 8 Ks. He got 26 points, which I'm actually kind of shocked Jake started him because I'm pretty sure that was the 3rd game of the series. And knowing Jake's strategy, which he doesn't want everybody to know about this, but I'm going to tell, he picks up the Tigers pitcher in the 3rd game because usually the other team wins the first 2. So then he's pretty confident in the Tigers winning the 3rd one, so he picks up the Tigers pitcher for the 3rd game. And this time, he picked up the opponent pitcher. Well, actually, I didn't pick him up. He just kept another shitty pitcher on his roster like he usually does. No, he did pick him up. Oh,
He's been
man.
streaming. He's been streaming them.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Well, now I see why.
Yeah, he's not great.
I
So yeah,
from
he got 26 points against Detroit, 19 points against Texas. He went 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned, 4 Ks against Texas. If he's smart, he'll drop him this week because he'll probably be
the
bad.
third game.
He'll probably be bad.
I have two shockers, and they're the polar opposites that we already talked. Steven Strasburg, putting up 57. Like Jesus, it's one thing to have a good game at 26, but it's even crazier that he was able to better it against a better team. 26 against Colorado, and he comes out and throws 7 innings, 9 Ks of 1 earned, 2 hit ball against LA. That's what shocked me on that. And the fact that Masahiro Tanaka is that fucking bad. Jesus. 12.
So yeah, I just clicked on Jake's team, and I realized what his abbreviation is. Tell me if you understand what this means. FYAF.
Fuck you, Austin Frankie.
I'm just gonna guess that's what it is. I really hope not, but yeah, Steven Strasburg has been really good this year. 14 and 4, 168 Ks, ERA under 3.5, and a WHIP just over 1. So
Yeah.
he's been real good. Coming in at the 5 spot, so he's been jumping around like a fucking Mexican jumping bean. Boot Scooter Boogie, he's jumping from 8 all the way back to 5, and the week before, so week 14 he was 5, and then week 15 he was 8, and then week 16 is back to 5. He won this week 386, 236 over LB's Home for Christmas. And he used 8 starters this week, and he only had one negative player in Jonathan Scope.
Yep, and that was at -1. So
yeah, -1. His best player was, holy shit, no way, he's back.
Jose Ramirez.
He is back. 46 points, Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
He was god awful to start the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, biggest bust possibly ever. And now his average is still 245. But
He put up
my
22.
God.
He put up against Kansas City alone. He put up 30. He put up 36 points on Kansas City alone.
Yeah.
In a
That's what I
4-game
was just
series.
looking at. Wow, is there a way that I can, there definitely has to be. Before we get into this any further, I want to look at it like his last 30-day stats. 30-day stats.
Can we just talk about how fucking dumb Jose Ramirez looks? He looks like the face of like a Mexican ice cream company.
Jose, holy shit. He's put up 115 points in the last 30 days.
150 or 15?
15. The next closest on his team is Charlie Morton at 98, and that's a pitcher. Next closest batter is 86 from Lindor.
Yeah.
He's gone 32 for 96 in the last month.
I take it that's going to be a shocker on his team.
Yeah, 100%. 25 RBIs in the last 30 days.
As much as I want to double up on that.
10 strikeouts in 30 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
As much as I want to double up on that shocker, I will relegate that to you. I will drop down, and I'll take Andrew Benintendi. The fact that he comes in second on his team with 41 points of the week, 15 of 31 with 3 Kong shots and 9 ribbies. That to me is interesting, just because Andrew Benintendi so far this season I mean, he's got a decent batting average at 280. He's not doing terrible, but he's really not doing like a lot. 280 with 10 homers, 51 RBIs, and 9 stolen bases. Also, the fact that this man in his last 5 games has 10, 9, 11, 2, and 8 for points.
Wow.
That's going into today, though. So he had 10 today, but still.
So far, is the game still going?
It's done. It was Rays versus Red Sox.
Oh,
Went 3 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs, I think. Yeah.
Nice. All right. So yeah, not Wills. Boot Scooter is coming in at 5, bouncing back from 8. Staying at 6. Who did I have at 6? Oh, Albie's Home for Christmas, the person that lost to Boot Scooter this week.
Bad week.
Yeah, very bad week. 236. High scorer was Danny Duffy. Gross. 32 points in 2 starts.
Mm-hmm.
He also had 3 negative players. -6 from Joe Musgrove, -6 from Nate Evaldi, who's just back from the IL, and -2 from Walker Buehler.
Yeah, all 3 pitchers again. That seems to be a common theme.
I think that
Both teams only used 8.
Yeah, I think Walker Buehler is actually going to be my shock of the week.
That was what mine was going to be, so I'll find it out.
5 1/3. Who was that against? Oh, against Washington. Yeah, that was Sunday day game.
I'm going to go with Max Muncy for mine. He scored 9 points, which is a down week, but that 9, he went 2 for 15 with 2 RBIs. He scored 5 times. He had 6 walks, and he struck out 6 times. But 2 for 15 and striking out 3 times as much as what you get for hits, that's not a good week. I mean, dare I say it, a second shocker of Josh Bell, batting 5 for 20 this last week.
He has
with
not
5
been good since the All-Star break either.
No, he has not.
Could it be
That
a home
average
run
is
derby
under-
slump?
That average is under 290.
Could it be a home run derby slump?
It could just be the Jesus Aguilar NL Central first base fluke.
So Josh Bell, since the All-Star game, he's hitting 184, 310, 245 in 15 games.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
Anything else on his team?
Not really. I mean, Zach Plesac seems like he's adjusting and able to stay in MLB games pretty damn well. The fact that he scored, when he'll get negatives every once in a while, but he seems to consistently average over 15.
I think he might take over Bauer's spot.
Yeah, he definitely could take over Bauer's spot in the rotation. I wouldn't see why not. He's been pitching pretty decent as of late. Not outstanding. I mean, I think his first couple, weren't they really, really good starts?
Yeah, pretty good.
So I think he's a solid pitcher that can take over Bauer's spot, and I mean, he seems to be doing well. Obviously, Phelps sees that and is keeping him. So.
Yeah. So I just got an update. Puig was one of the 5 people ejected tonight.
Go figure.
Yep. All right. So in the 7th spot, he's probably going to be pissed, but he deserves every bit of this. He's dropping from 4 all the way down to 7. The 8 and 8, never better. Barely not legal. Javi Carrillo. He lost to a 3 and 13 team this week. Well, actually,
it was previously a 2 and 13
2 and
team.
13.
Javi gave him his 3rd win.
I mean,
he scored 260 and lost?
Javi, if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry.
This game was so shitty, honestly, both sides. The fact that he loses at 260, but he only lost by 13.
Oh my God. Please go look at the summary.
Yeah, no, I see that. Very drastic.
Hey, Javi, congrats on picking up Homer Bailey. Fucking idiot.
So yeah, Javi's highest score was an amazing 56 from Garrett Cole, throwing 14 innings, 2 wins, 2 earned runs, 18 Ks, 6 hits, and 4 walks. And his negatives, he had 3 of them. Zach Davies, -8. He's prone to do so every once in a while. Domingo German, he had -13. Homer Bailey is the highlight of that at -26, kind of having a Masahiro Tanaka-esque
Time out. Before you
game.
go any farther, can you tell me how much Javi lost by?
Javi lost by 13 points.
Oh, that's interesting because Javi dropped Homer Bailey the day after he pitched very badly,
Yeah.
and his next start, which came on Saturday, still would have been in this game. He scored 18 points.
Yeah, I mean, I would have dropped him after a -26, though. I don't think there's anyone in their right mind that keeps a guy that scores -26.
I mean, Jake probably kept Tanaka after -30, but he
That-
also has a fetish for shitty pitchers, so.
Yeah, he did keep him. He did. But yeah, I think I'm not going to have a single shocker for Javi's team. My shock just comes from how steep the drop off is
How
from
steamy,
top three.
how steamy his pile of shit team is.
No, like this. Honestly, this drop off is steep. You get Garrett Cole with 56, Clevenger with 43, and Max Kepler with 35. The next highest is Dallas Keuchel with a good day at 21 because he only got one start. But it's like you go from 56 down, drop 13 to your second guy, drop another 8 down to your third, and then you take a huge 14-point drop as soon as your top three ends. That's the killer right there. I think it is. I mean, obviously the killer is also the fact that Homer Bailey fucking sucks. And but the fact that plus how his top three carried his team and the rest just played average, honestly. Yeah, Pete Alonso 2 for 17, not good. So
I think my shock is just how bad his Dodger players play this week. Justin Turner led the Dodgers in 18 points. He went 5 for 18. Not great, but not awful. I mean, he had 2 home runs. And then Ryu, 13 points in 6 2/3. Not the same pace that he's been on.
no, Bellinger
Which,
with 11.
shout out to Wills, you're welcome. I told you to trade him.
Bellinger with 11, 4 for 8.
Bellinger with 11, cooling off. And then finally, Julio Urias with 0 points. So
And
I've said it
Verdugo with
before,
0.
but yeah, Verdugo with 0. I've said it before, but I would much rather be the Brewers right now, where you're middle of the pack and you're not hot, but you're not cold, than be the Dodgers, where you're super hot and then just come crashing down at the end of the season.
You pick your poison.
Yeah. All right, so Javi's going all the way down to 7. Unfortunately, I have to put myself at 8. That means because I lost. Really, really tough matchup this week from Jake, and he got off lucky. I mounted a giant comeback, put up 75 points on the last day. I don't know what exactly it was. Oh, it was the fact
I know
that
exactly what it was.
Strasburg put up 31.
That's not what it was. I've given you advice.
No,
that's
what it was.
I've told you
Also,
multiple times that you lost by 16 points. Look at your lowest scoring play. Look at your highest negative. You lost by 16. What have I told you about that pitcher? Austin's highest scorer was Aaron Nola, 36. He had 2 good starts. I mean, or was it just? I mean, he had 15 and 21, so it's 2 decent, or a decent start and an okay one. After his negatives, he had 3 of them. -1 from Manuel Margot, -12 from Ryan Presley, dog shit week.
No, he just had one really bad inning.
-12 is dog shit week.
Yeah, but it was 1 inning. He literally pitched 1 inning.
Yeah, but he got a loss and a hold. He just didn't get any out in that dog shit inning.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, that was where he got like negative 24 points or something like that.
no, he got negative 14.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
This is why you lost, because I have told you
You're
I've
right,
streamed
Tyler
him for a
Beatty.
couple games.
Tyler Beatty and James McCann and Danny
Yeah,
Johnson.
that's not what I'm gonna say.
And this Alexander guy, Tyler Alexander.
Yeah,
0
no,
points from
not
all
what
of
I'm
them.
saying. What
You
I'm
cannot
saying is
get
that
0 from
you
4
didn't
players. That's
you
bad.
didn't listen to me and not like, you keep picking up Merrill Kelly. You have there's a fetish with shit pitchers. Merrill Kelly got you negative 16 points. You lost by 16 points. I told you Merrill Kelly is shit.
I think I just need some validation because I made a trade for him, and it was a very big trade, and then he wasn't good, so then I dropped him, and then I picked him up. Because, okay, in my defense, listen to this. You have a guy who has been on and off again, and his last start, he put up 22 against your Brewers. So then you see that he's pitching against Baltimore. What do you think?
Austin, I'm gonna just say this is one statement that I'm just gonna say it. You're speaking to the guy who traded Cody Bellinger for Jesus Aguilar and Yaimir Candelario. There's no reason that you need justification for keeping Merrill Kelly.
Okay, but in my defense,
There's
there is a defense because he was pitching against Baltimore. Who expected him to get absolutely shelled by Baltimore after having a really good outing against Milwaukee? And then I figured there's no way he can be this bad 2 games in a row.
Yes, there is.
Against Miami, he's absolute dog shit again.
He's 7-11 with a 4.52 and a 1.28 WHIP.
I mean, the
He's
peripherals.
7-11.
It's
He
all the
has
peripherals.
He has over 5.5
He has
ERA.
100
pitches
strikeouts to 33 walks in 125 innings.
That doesn't fucking matter. He has
He has potential.
4.52 ERA in
like the potential.
Arizona.
I like the potential.
Potential for what? Shit.
No, he's good. He can be good. I just got really screwed over.
Jesus Christ!
My
Streaking,
shocker.
I've seen better streaks in my shorts.
My shocker of the week is Merrill Kelly. Can't believe he was that bad.
My shocker is Ryan Presley.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that sucked.
The last
That
time
really
someone
sucked.
shit that bad was fucking the other Presley when he was on the toilet. Get it? Thank you very much.
Funny. No, if I actually had to pick a shocker this week, I think I'd go with Moncada. Just because he put up 3 home runs this week and 27 points. It was a real good week for him, and to be fifth highest scoring.
I'd go with Scott Kingery, to be honest with you. 5 points, 6 for 26, and he struck out 12 times.
Yeah, I think it's time to get rid of him. If you want him, I'll trade him to you.
No.
I think you traded him to me in the first place.
I didn't have Scott Kingery ever.
Nope, I added him from free agency. But yeah, so I'm down to 8, and I think I still have that playoff push coming in me, but I'm just saving it.
You got a lot of things coming in you, and I don't know if a playoff push is one of them.
Well, that was rude.
So number 9.
Number 9, Kratz Test Dummies. I do want to talk about him. I do want to talk about him because he got a win against a really bad team this week. So it's nice to see some teams finally getting rewarded. I'm not really sure what for, but
Yeah.
he was rewarded. And,
his highest scorer was Nelson Cruz at 52. Holy shit.
Well, that's because he had a 3-dong game.
12 for 29, 7 home runs, 13 RBIs, 10 runs. I don't think it's just a 3-dong game.
No, it was. The 3-dong game was huge.
Well, I'll tell you what it was. It was that Chicago White Sox series. He scored 29 points in 2 games.
Yeah. Well, he had a 3-dawn game.
And then he followed it up with a 3-for-4 2-run shot.
Yeah. So his lowest players, Nick Castellanos, -3, plays for the Tigers, if you guys didn't know. And Jake Arrieta, -2. He was not good. He has not been good. He's gonna need surgery on his elbow soon, so yeah, this team's basically irrelevant anyway. The one thing that might be relevant, Fran Reyes, just got traded. Might be good.
I think for the shock for his team is Steven Matz.
That's what I was gonna say as well.
34-point game, 9 innings, a win, 7 strikeouts, 5 hits.
And the fact that he did it in 99 pitches.
Yeah, no, he didn't even eclipse 100. He did what I like to do in MLB The Show. 11 pitches an inning.
Yep. And then at 10. Still at 10.
Yee, brother.
2-14.
I don't think it pays to talk about this team. He
Didn't
uses
even score
1, 2,
200.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I mean, like, he could.
14.
Oh my god. He could be good. Like, he has the core of Paul Goldschmidt, Jose Altuve.
Yeah, he also has
Trey
Noah
Turner,
Syndergaard, but you don't see that because he's on his bench.
Vlad Guerrero. Jesus, dude. Give me your password and let me log in and do it for you.
Yeah, if
Craig
you want, the people he
Kimbrell,
has on his bench is Didi Gregorius, Aaron Judge, Trey Mancini. His pitchers go Jose Leclerc, John Gray, Kyle Freeland, Trevor Williams, Noah Syndergaard, Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He has a good, and he has Eloy Jimenez is still on the IL. Adalberto Mondesi isn't actually on the IL.
Oh, it's fantasy official. Trevor Bauer's Cleveland or Cincinnati Red. All right, well, that wraps up the rankings. Read through them quick again. At the top, I was right by Blackman. Zach Beekman returns. Number 2, Bartolo colonoscopy. Braden dropping back down from 1. Staying at 3, Yayit and Austin Wills. Number 4, up from 5, Austin Wants a Dirty Sanchez. Jake Thibodeau. From 8 to 5, Boot Scooter Boogie. Staying at 6, we have LB's Home for Christmas. At 7, all the way down from 4, Barely Not Legal, and Javi, who lost to a 2-12 team. At 8, myself, after a really, really tough matchup, almost pulled off a comeback. And Merrill Kelly is a good pitcher. Number 9, Kretz Test Dummies, staying at 9. And finally at 10, Yee Brother.
Yep.
Did you even hear what I said about my own team?
Did you get a really tough matchup and you almost pull off a comeback?
There was one more part, so I'm glad you didn't hear that.
I didn't hear it.
I said, and Merrill Kelly is a good pitcher.
Yeah, no. If Merrill Kelly is good, then so is like 50 Cent, and we've all seen his
new rap with Ed Sheeran is pretty bad.
What?
His new rap with Ed Sheeran is pretty bad.
I didn't hear 50 Cent's new rap.
It's NMM, 50 Cent, and Ed Sheeran, called Remember the Name.
Oh no.
It's a good song, except for that verse.
There's only one good song named Remember the Name.
Ford
man, I'm Shinoda.
Alright, well, if you guys want, follow us on Twitter at Podcast Backdoor.
You got a Twitter.
Instagram at The Backdoor Pod. And
check out our Twitch.
You can check out our Twitch, which Zach, I believe, is about to go
live
stream.
tonight. No one will see it because this is.
If they follow our Instagram or Twitter, they'll see it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, check it. Twitter, I will be posting when I go live. Also, I mean, you don't have to pay attention to Twitter then if you actually follow the Twitch and put on notifications that will tell you when I'm live.
Mm-hmm. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our video, and click the bell so you get notifications when we post new videos.
Yep.
And that almost does it. Only one more thing. Don't forget to email us.
Don't email us. I knew it. I was waiting not to fucking say it.
I tried to slide it in.
You're not gonna slide it in. Nope.
That's the most I can get, so I have to try everything, you know? Alright,
Email
backdoorpod@gmail.com.
personally your Bob and Vaginate pics.
Okay. I do like Bob.
I know you do.
Alright, the backdoorpod@gmail.com if you want.
Don't email us though, please.
I don't mind it.
I
Nobody
do.
has yet. You don't even check the email. I do.
I know I don't want to.
So quit bitching. Alright, guys. So this will be coming out probably before episode 6. Episode 6 is already recorded. Just have some editing to do. You guys should enjoy episode 6, although there was not a lot to talk about. It was pretty good. And I think next week we're going to do a little bit of football updates. No, actually, I think I'm going to save it for 2 weeks. That way I can get some interviews from people, especially Jake Thibodeau, just their thoughts on teams. Maybe next week you and I can just do a little bit of like college football stuff.
You could.
So, all right. With that, I don't have anything else to say. Do you have anything else to say?
No, not really.
All right. We do have a new 12-team fantasy football league, so
It's in the
wait for
works.
those power
It'll be a money
rankings.
league, so that's gonna be
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
intense.
It's gonna be good. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your week.